Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I have another recent pickups that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Now, compared to the recent pickup videos that I've had in the past, this one is going to be a lot more varied, just because I've gotten a lot of different stuff that really it won't constitute its own standalone video if I were to split it up by sort of genre. So everything is just going to be together in this one video. So I have stuff ranging from CDs, laser discs, records, graphic novels, DVDs, older video games, and some pretty new ones as well. Well, new video game related items as well. So just sit back, enjoy, and I'll try to be as quick as I can about some of these items. So first up, I want to show you guys this here. I've had this sitting here for some time. Wasn't quite certain where to show it. I collect these things, but I don't really find them all that often. It's one of these pocket organizers that I believe this one here came out in probably the mid-2000s. It's made by Sharp, and I don't know why I like these things, but just something about the idea of these I enjoy. And I do have some older ones as well as some other ones that are pretty similar to this one here as well. And that was just $4 from, $4 from the Salvation Army. Next, I want to show you guys a CD that I got from a yard sale. I got a couple of other things, so he bumped the price down from $2 to just $1 for this, which is better considering that the sort of booklet that was in the front of this is completely destroyed. It is the CD featuring some Sailor Moon music, Sailor Moon and the Scouts. Sorry about that. It's just, yeah, Sailor Moon and the Scouts, Lunar Rock. And that's it right there. And you can see obviously where the insert is damaged, which kind of sucks, but at least the CD isn't scratched up at all. Next, I got one of these little storybook records. It has a 24-page storybook, and this one here is about Cinderella. Now, I recently missed out on a whole bunch of these at the Value Village that I usually go to, and they had some decent ones there. They even had some of the Star Wars ones and that kind of sucked, but it's not really something that I actively look out for. It's just something that every so often when I see it, I sort of get drawn to it, and I go ahead and pick it up. It's just I like the idea of these, that these were a thing, but they're not really, of course, relevant anymore. When I found that, I actually also found this here. It's one of these larger format ones. Disney made these large sort of storybook records with full-size records in them, and in my opinion, better quality artwork and on glossy paper as well. But this one here is Cinderella story and the songs, and it features "A Dream Is a Wish with Your Heart." Sorry, "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes," the work song "Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo," and "So This Is Love." And that's it. And that's it from the back, with some different artwork on there as well. And also, the last record that I'm going to be showing is the soundtrack for Yentl. I really like this movie, and when I saw the soundtrack in really good condition, I thought I'd grab it. I do have a digital version of this, but I did want to see what the difference would be in sound quality between this here and the digital version. Moving on to some movies here. I got some Laserdiscs and a DVD. Starting with the Laserdiscs, another sort of movie here with Barbara Streisand in it. It's Hello, Dolly. And this one here I got for $1.99 at the Value Village I usually go to. They had a couple of laser discs there, and it kind of sucks that I apparently missed out on a whole lot of laser discs, according to some of the people that are regularly at that store. There was a decent set that came from the audio visual services at Welland Public Library, uh, like that suggests or straightforward says. This came from a library, and a lot of the other ones they had there also came from libraries, but they were really scratched up. There was also a Swiss Family Robinson, but that was way too scratched for me to even consider. But when I found this, I also found this next one here, and this one was actually in much better shape, and it's of a movie that I actually like and I haven't seen in many, many years. It's the Laserdisc for Casper, and I absolutely loved this movie when I was a kid, and it really surprised me that it's been a very long time since I've seen this movie. I think it's going on maybe 15 years at this point, which is crazy to even think about. And then the last sort of movie that I got is a copy of Wall-E on DVD. I've been looking for this for some time just because I've really wanted to watch this again. I think it's been maybe, I want to say maybe like 5 years or something since I've seen this movie. That might not be right exactly, but I saw this a couple years after it came out, and since then it's got to have been at least 5 years since then, because I honestly forget when this movie even came out. Moving on to the next set of items here, I got two manga. I have been looking for a lot of manga lately, and I keep coming across some interesting manga, but the prices just aren't right. The Value Village that I usually go to has started marking them up even more. Some have even been priced at $4.99, which is steep for me considering that they used to price them at just $1.99. But for example, a lot of the stuff that I have been finding has been interesting to me, but it's always been like a random volume in like the middle of a series rather than the beginning of a series, so I've pretty much just left it behind. There was an interesting manga that I saw based off of The Ring, the horror movie The Ring, but it was volume number 2 of that, so I left it behind. But I have grabbed these here, both of them pretty interesting to me at least. The first one here is Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal Volume 1. Now, Zexal wasn't my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. In fact, I think my least favorite one was probably the one that came right after Zexal, because I have very little knowledge on that. But Zexal had its moments, and when I saw the manga, I thought I might as well check that out. And I also found recently, this here is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past manga. I had found alongside this one of the Ocarina of Time mangas, but I have that one already. I think there are a couple, but either way, I had that one, if I remember correctly, so I didn't end up grabbing that, and I just grabbed that one there. So let me just get those off to the side and get to the last set of stuff that I want to show you guys in this video. All these items are video games or video game related. I'll go from oldest to newest, I suppose. So starting out with this game here, it's a game that I might actually just return. I'm not too certain if I've actually shown this in another video, so I'm sorry if I have shown it in another video. I got this game here. It's an N64 game. I got it from a Value Village, but the condition on it just doesn't look right, so I'm going to have to go and try to return it or exchange it for something else. It's Turok 3. like I said, for the N64, and I paid $6.99 minus 30% off on that. But I'm gonna have to try to see if I can exchange that for something else. Moving on, I did a trade recently with a fellow YouTuber and a friend. We go back several years now. And I had an extra copy of a game. It was Grabbed by the Ghoulies on the original Xbox. And I let him know that I had it. He was interested in it, so we did a trade. I didn't have this game here, and I had been looking for it for some time. I did want to get the GameCube version of this game here, but any version of it is good at this point, so I can finally play it. It's Beyond Good and Evil on the original Xbox, and I traded a copy of, like I said, Grabbed by the Ghoulies for that there. Next, I went to the Value Village that I typically go to, and this time I actually found something good. It wasn't a display case, and at first I thought it was probably going to be way overpriced. But compared to how their prices have been going lately, this was pretty fairly priced. So for $9.99, I got another copy of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker on the GameCube, obviously. And it was complete. It had the game and the manual, as well as the sort of smaller insert that isn't always included, which was nice to have in there as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and trade that copy off for something else. And the last two items I want to show you guys, I got these on a whim. I probably shouldn't have, considering that they're not even compatible with any of the games that I do have. I really thought that these would be compatible with some of the video games that I currently have. But apparently they're only compatible with the brand new Kirby game, Kirby Planet Robobot, on the 3DS, which I won't be buying for some time because it's like $50, and that's just too steep to pay for a 3DS game. But I found these here sitting out in an EB Games. I could have sworn that these would probably be sold out, so when I saw them, I just sort of panicked and went ahead and bought them right away. They are the amiibos of Meta Knight and King Dedede. I initially thought that these would work like the other amiibos, but apparently they don't. They only are compatible with the new Kirby game, which really sucks, but at least they're a nice enough looking amiibo. The only sort of flaw that I notice is that King Dedede's face looks kind of squished in. Like, it doesn't seem like it has that much sort of depth to it. It seems just really squished in, especially his beak. Seems like it's been pushed in somewhat. But at this point, I'm considering probably just keeping them. But in the back of my head, I'm considering maybe returning them to the store. If anybody out there has any sort of opinions on these, whether or not you think I should keep them or return them or try to sell them on my own, please just let me know in the comment section below, and hopefully you can help me make my choice in what I'm going to do with these amiibo. But yep, that's it. Those are all the things that I've gotten recently from various stores. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.